Hello and welcome to Slacker Gaming, and welcome to a 3-part series on how to start playing Rust in 2021. I've played almost 3K hours in this game, so I know a lot about how the game is played and what you will need to know to be successful in a wipe of Rust in 2021. This is the first part, so if you have not watched the other parts, feel free to watch them as they build upon each other. Part 1, which is this one, is starting the wipe with the basics. Part 2 in the next video is learning to build, and Part 3 is going to be learning to craft and learning the workbenches and craft trees. All of the other videos will be linked below, so make sure you go check and watch out the other parts and catch up on the series. I have also put in timestamps where I discuss things, so if you need to jump to a certain point in the video, that information will be pinned in the comment down below. If you're here to watch part 1 where we get started with a regular Rust wipe, then stick around. Random on a beach. This is how it all starts for everyone. You wake up, see all of these buildings in the foreground, in the background, and you just realize, why did I start this server? But when you come to realizations of what you're playing, take out your rock. Yes, I know it's a hamburger skin. Enjoy. And we start getting stuff for a weapon of some sort. Now, usually when I start, I like to start with just getting a wooden spear, and that's mostly just to straight up protect yourself from other people that might be starting as well. And a few people you'll find kind of throughout the map will just be running around and throwing rocks at you and stuff, or trying to hit you with a rock, and your spear is going to be much better than the rock. So you're going to walk around, you're going to get enough for a spear, you're going to make your wooden spear here, and then when it crafts, you can use it as a weapon. Now, another thing you want to get out started with is, after you make your weapon, you want to find where you're going to build the rest of the wipe. So where are you going to look for a place to build a monstrosity base like that? And so to do that, you're going to have to open up your map. I'm going to zoom out, and you're going to find a place that you want to build. And depending on how you want to play the wipe, depending on how much action you want to see, it's going to kind of depend on where you build. So if you want a lot of action, you're going to build by kind of some of the main monuments like power plant, launch site, airfield. So if you kind of build like right in here, this would be kind of a hotbed of where everyone's building. If you want to have a little easier go at it, or if you want to build somewhere where you're probably not going to get raided, I would suggest somewhere that's not by a lot of roads, not by a lot of... So like right in here, this would be a really good spot to build because there's nothing really out here. I mean, you have giant excavator, but there's not really much out here. If you want to build like out here on this little island, out here, mostly the outsides of the map. Now, if you build in a place like this where I spawned, then there's going to be a lot of people there because that's where people spawn, and some people just throw down bases right here and call it good. But depending on how you want to play it, if you want to get a lot of action, you go more towards like an airfield, launch site, power plant, bandit camp, train yard, water treatment plant. This whole middle of the map basically is a hotbed of where people are going to be building bases and where people are going to be fighting at. So once you've decided where you want to build your base, you're going to go there, and on the way, collect resources as you go. I would suggest trying to come up with a cloth and wood for bow. And you're also going to try to get some normal stone tools to try to help you out in collecting wood and the stone faster. So now we're back here. We're wanting to get some stone and wood. Luckily, here's some stone nodes along the way. And the stone nodes are just the silver ones, the ones that look like stone. The other ones are going to be a sulfur node, and that will have like a yellow-greenish tint to it. It'll have like yellow-green in it. And then the other one is the iron node, and that will have more of like a little rust color, kind of like an orangey bronze type of color to it. So you can definitely tell the difference. And if you're wondering what these little glowing things are, and if you're wondering when we are smacking the tree what the X's are, those are basically the mini game on how to collect things faster. So if you sit here and just hit the tree like this, nothing, just keep hitting it, you see I'm only getting 5 wood. Now if I hit the X, I get should be getting more. Then I get 6. And then we hit the X again. And we get 6. And then we hit the X again. And we get 7. And so if you want to get more wood or more anything, you play the minigame. And the tree minigame is red X's. Why? I have no idea. But if you want to get wood faster, chop the tree down faster, get more wood in the end, you're going to hit that red X. On nodes, it's this glowing thing. And so this little glowing bit right here, this is going to farm you stuff quicker. And so that's what we want to do, especially with a rock and with a pick and everything that we get. We want to get stuff quicker. Now, once you have enough stone and wood, it will tell you in this quick craft if you could craft it. And if you also want to know how to do it, you can go to tools here. And this will have the stone hatchet. You can click on it and it will tell you how much it needs to build. So we need 200 wood and 100 stones to build a hatchet. Same thing with pick. You need 200 wood, 100 stones. So we're going to go ahead and build that hatchet, or build a pick right away so that we can get enough stone to then build a hatchet. If it's up to me, I usually do the pick first because I feel like it's harder to get stone. So by getting the pickaxe or the pick, you are kind of getting more stone, because hitting with the thing here, you get 22. Now if I go to the pick, you get 72, and it just keeps going up from there. So if you get metal tools, you're going to get more stone that way. And that's kind of how you progress through it. So I just normally get the pick first so I can get more stone and get a larger amount of stone with that. Whereas I feel like wood's kind of around everywhere, and you can just constantly hit trees with your rock until you get enough to make yourself a hatchet. So we got our spear here, so we can use our spear if we want. If someone gets close to us, feel free to use your spear. You cannot use your spear to collect any resources. You can only do it to basically execute people. Also, while it's night, right click. Oh, so beautiful. I could see right in front of me. The problem is, so can everybody else. So if you glow at night, chances are you're probably going to be shot at by something. So we're going to pick a place. Let's go right here. That's where we want to go. So we're going to run that way. While we're going, we're going to kind of travel along this road. We're going to try to get any stone nodes we find or any wood that we see that we feel like we need. We can grab those as well. I'm not trying to say cut down every single tree you see. Just trying to say if you're in a place where you feel like, oh, I'm pretty safe here. It doesn't look like there's a lot of people around. Then let's chop down some trees and get some wood. Because the next thing you're going to need to do is decide where you're going to be putting your base. So once we get to the spot where we feel like, yeah, this is where we want to build, we're going to check it out. We're going to see what is around and what we could build next to, or who we're building next to. As you're along the way, pick up things as you see them. If there's any nodes kind of laying around, grab them. If there's any cloth, make sure you grab those as well. As you can see, I'm a little hungry. Here's what the little hemp plants look like. You grab those, and then once you get enough, you can actually make an arrow with bows and stuff. Right now I don't have enough cloth, so I can't make it. Also, feel free to grab these as you go as well. Any boxes that you see, make sure you grab those as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. We are closing in on 1,000 subs, so if you enjoyed it and you like the series, make sure you give it a sub. There'll be more Rust content coming soon. And also make sure that you check out the other videos if you want to know more about Rust and how to play the wipe as a whole. And go ahead and comment down below and let me know if you have any questions. If there's a ton of questions, I can address them in another video, or I will comment below on your question. Till next time, Slacker out.